Hello students, today I'm going to explain you these 5 programs. Now first program, write a C program to find the factorial of a number. Okay? If we just know what is the factorial of number, means let us consider let my number is 5. Okay, number is 5, then for factorial, that is my n factorial, it means n multiply with n minus 1 multiply with up to 2 into 1. For n equals to 1, let us for n equals to 5, it is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so our motive is to write a C program to find the factorial of a number. It means if we want to calculate the n factorial, our input is n, and our output is n factorial. Okay, we have to focus on this one. To do this, let me just go to my program window. First, hash include stdio.h. I'm using C programming, that's why it is simple stdio.h. Then my void main, then I'm taking an integer, that's why int n. So now I want to calculate n factorial. For calculating n factorial, I have to traverse a loop, so I need a looping concept here. Okay, I have already explained you what is a looping. Okay, so I have to traverse a loop where a looping variable goes from 1 to n. Okay, I can traverse from n to 1 or 1 to n, anything. ठीक है, तो हम n से 1 पे भी जा सकते हैं and 1 to n पे भी जा सकते हैं. Like I can write like this: for I is equals to 1, this is my initialization of looping in looping, and I is less than equals to n, this is my condition, and I'm incrementing this variable with 1. Okay, after this I can do anything in this loop. Okay, it means first control will come here, then it will check this condition, then it will do whatever here, then it will increment, and then this loop यहीं पर ही workout करता रहेगा. Okay, it will work out here. So now our motive is to calculate the factorial of a number. Okay, for this I am taking another variable fact and I am assigning it as 1. Okay, as I have explained you that I can go from 1 to n or n to 1, both are feasible. So I'm using for I is equals to 1. Once again, there's a typo mistake. For I is equals to 1, this is my initialization. One second, one more thing. There's one, I need a one more variable I. Okay, I have to declare this variable before this loop. Okay, this is important. So for I is equals to 1, I less than and equals to n, because I need a loop till this condition is true. Okay, and I am incrementing this variable with the 1. Okay, after this, what I want to do, okay, just think about it. I'm having I is equals to 1 initially my I is equals to 1. then my fact is equals to 1. Initially, both are 1. Okay. In the first step, what I want, fact is equals to 1. This is 1. Multiply with this one. Okay. Now I have incremented this with 2. This is my second step. ठीक है, जब हमारे पास पहले ये आया I1 था, and after this I will increment this is I is equals to 2, which is step 2. Now my fact is equals to this value 1, which is equals to 1. Okay, this value is 1. Now I want to multiply this with 2. This is the value of I. So basically, in every step, I want to multiply. I want to calculate the factorial, which is equals to factorial multiply with I. Okay. ये क्या होगा? This is our previous step factorial. ठीक है. Initially it is 1, then it is again 1. Now it is 1 into 2. Okay, which is 2. In the step 3, when I equals to 3, then step 3, it is fact is equals to 1 multiplied by 2, this multiply with 10. This is fact, and this is I. So we need two variables here. One is fact and other one is I. So factorial multiply with I. So I can write fact is equals to fact multiply with I. This is the looping variable. Okay. Now I can use curly braces here. Okay. Or otherwise I can leave it like this also. Okay. I can use this. Now I have a factorial value. I can print this value. Printf factorial of number is %d, which is equals to fact. So now I can just print this value with a %d, okay, because it is an integer. Okay. Now I can run this. So it is building. Okay. Now 1 second, I have to take an input also. Printf first enter the number scanner %d and %n is simple. Okay. I can enter any number like I am entering 5. Factorial of n 5 is 120. This is simple. Okay. Now this is my first program. Okay. I want to calculate the factorial of a number. In my second program, what I want to do, I want to calculate the sum of all the factorials. Okay. It means that I want to do like I want to perform some series like 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial up to plus n factorial. Okay. To do this, I want to calculate every factorial. Okay. and after that I want to sum this. It is very simple when we are using some loops like this. At every step, we are calculating a factorial. Okay. Now we just want to add this in another variable. Like I can use sum is equals to 0. Initially, I can initialize sum is equals to 0. And in the loop, I can use like sum is equals to sum plus factorial. It will calculate the factorial sum of all the factorials. Like in step 1, we have factorial 1. In step 2, we have factorial 2. In step 3, we have 3 factorial and up to n factorial. Okay, like this. So to do this, we can just copy paste our previous code. It's very simple. Okay. Now I want to calculate sum of all the factorial. Now I can initialize any sum variable. I can use sum is equals to 0. Initially, I'm using sum is equals to 0. And in the loop, I am using sum is equals to sum plus fact. Okay. Sum is equals to sum plus fact means I'm iterating this loop and calculating the factorial. Okay. Here I am calculating the factorial at every step. Calculating factorial. Okay. Like in step 5, this is 5 factorial. Okay. And at that step, sum is equals to 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus 3 factorial. Okay. Plus 4 factorial. This is the previous sum. Okay. This is the previous sum. Okay. Now I can like this. Okay. This is the value of sum. This is the value of sum at step 5. Okay. Now I am adding this 5 factorial to this. This is very simple. Okay. So logic is very simple. If we know how to calculate the factorial, we can calculate the sum of factorial with this statement only. Okay. So I'm executing this code. Let us consider my n is equals to 3. Okay. It means we are having a 6 plus 2 plus 1. Okay. Which is equals to 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 9. So this is the value of factorial. Okay. Now, if we want to print the value of sum also, I can just copy this statement. D and sum. I can also use ration here so that I'm using 3 means factorial is 6 and the value is 9. This is simple. You can see this is 6 and this is 9. Sum of the like sum is 9. Okay. Now this is our second program. Now in our third program, we want to calculate the reciprocal of the factorial. Okay. I want to calculate the reciprocal. Then I want to add all the values like 1 over n, 1 factorial, 1 over 2 factorial, 1 over n factorial, like this. Okay. To do this, just take copy paste this complete program. Now I will take this sum as a float value. Okay, because we need factorial here. Okay. For better work, I am taking factorial also in a float. Okay. So that I have 1 or factorial as a floating value. Okay. Now, at this point, we need 1 over factorial, because you can just take this. If I want to calculate the 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, I'm using sum is equals to sum plus fact. And now I can use the statement sum is equals to sum plus 1 over fact. Simple. This is our equation. So use 1 divided by factorial. Okay, simple. So for the simplicity, I can calculate any value. Okay, I'm just calculating the sum is equals to 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 6 is equals to 1.66 approximately. Okay, this is approximately 1.66. So we are checking this. Number is 3. There might be some mistake. So there might be some problem. You can do one thing like 1.0 for the understanding, and this is question. And okay, there's an error that you have to use percent f because it is a floating number. Okay, now I'm going to execute this. Let me take number 3. So factorial is 6.000 like this, and the sum is 1.6. Okay. So sum is equals to sum plus 1 over factorial. This is very important. Okay. In every question which is having a series type of thing, this is very important. So in our next question, you will see. In my next question, I am calculating this value. Okay, this is the sum of 1 plus x over 1 factorial, x square over 2 factorial up to x to the power n over n factorial. Okay, to do this, copy paste this code. Now, what I can do, I can take one value as an integer. Okay? This is my x. X can be an integer or x can be a float. Okay? So you can take it as a float. Now, first is take an input as a n. Now next, take an input of x value, because if you want to calculate this series, we need two values. One is x and another one is n. This is percent f. Simple. Now, initially, we are going to calculate this value. Okay, first we are going to calculate this value. So we need so we sum is equals to 1 plus 1 x over 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial up to x to the power n. In this case, first we can calculate this. It is simple. We already know how to calculate 1 over 1 factorial plus 1 over 2 factorial plus over 1 over n factorial. Now we want to add this factor as a x. Okay. In every iteration, we want to multiply this x. Okay. We have a loop for I is equals to 1, I less than equals to n, I plus plus. Okay. Next, I want to calculate factorial. Factorial equals to factorial into I. Now, I'm using another variable which is known as PWOX. Okay. This is PWOX. PWOX multiply x. Okay. In every iteration, I'm using this variable. Okay. At first iteration, it is x. In second iteration, it is x square. Because the first iteration, it is x. X multiplied with x, it is x square. In third iteration, it is x cube, x square into x, like this. Okay. Now I want to calculate sum. Sum is equals to sum plus PWX, this is power, which is this, divide by factorial. Simple. Okay. This is very simple. If we know how to calculate factorial, and if we know how to calculate this power in every iteration, we can simply calculate this series. Okay. Now, from where we can find this one? We can initialize sum with 1.0. To do this, we can convert this value. Sum is equals to 1.0, factorial 1.0. Okay. Now x is, we want to take an input. Okay. Now I'm calculating, there's a one whole small variable PWO x. This is power x, which is equals to 1.0. I am initializing with 1 because in the first iteration it is 1 into x. Okay. For every multiplication factor, we take it as 1. And for summation, we can take it as 0 or 1 depending on the situation. In every question, we take this as 0. In this question, I'm taking it as 1.0 because I need one more. This is just because of this factor. So factorial equals to 1. There's another statement, power x equals to power x multiply with x. Simple. Okay. Now I'm taking this power. We can print the factorial. We don't want this. Okay. Okay. Let's take some values. Let x is equals to 1 and n is equals to 3. Simple. Okay. If we take x equals to 1 and n equals to 3, it will come out 1 plus 1 over 1 factorial plus 1 over 2 factorial plus 1 over 2 factorial, which is equals to 1.67 plus 1 is equals to 2.267. You can execute. And n is equals to 3 and x is equals to 1. Okay, is equals to 2.667. Okay, for better, enter number n and x for better. The number n, number is 3. X. Okay, as per our calculation. As per our calculation, it is 2.667. It is equals to. Okay. Now, in this question, we are using this minus alternative. At first step, we need minus. In second step, we do not need. And it is basically minus 1 to the power n. It means if we have at first step, it is minus. In second step, because minus 1 to the power 2, there is no. Okay. In the next step, we need minus because minus 1 to the power 3, like this. To do this question, what we can do, copy this. Okay. Creating new file. This. I need minus there. Okay, I need minus there. At last, I need minus 1 to the power n. Okay, to do this is a simple method. Okay, what we can do, we can multiply this power with 1, minus 1. What will happen now? Let's see. What we are doing, we are multiplying this with minus 1. In step 1, power is equals to power x is equals to minus 1 into power x is 1, okay, into x. This is equals to minus x. Okay. In step 2, this is minus x. Okay. What we are doing, power x minus 1, we have using this. Okay. Now it is going to multiply with minus of x because power of x is minus x. Multiply with x. We just need this minus. We just need this minus in this equation. Okay. After this, we can calculate this minus 1. Power of x is minus x, and this is simple. It's very simple. Now it will come out to be x squared minus minus plus. In step 3, again we can use minus 1. It's simple. Multiply with x squared. Multiply with x. This is minus x. So हमारे पास we have alternative minus. We have alternative minus. This is minus x. This is x square. This is minus x cube. So by applying this minus only, we are calculating this. So to understand this, let me take value x is equals to 1 and is equals to 3. Okay. X is equals to 1 means sum is equals to 1 minus 1 over 1 factorial plus 1 over 2 factorial minus 1 over 3 factorial. Okay. It means it is 1 minus 1. Okay, this is 1 over 2 factorial, which is 1 over 2 minus 1 over 6. Okay, this is 0, and so 6 minus 2 over 6, 4 over 6, 2, 3, 0.667. Okay, like this. So we can calculate by executing this. Number is, my n is 3 as per our calculation. My x is equals to 1. My number is yes, 1 over 2 minus 1 over 6 is equals to 0.333. Okay, so if we going to execute, we will execute this. Number is 3, x is equals to 1. Okay. So in today's discussion, we have covered these 5 code, okay, which is totally based on the how to calculate the sum of